Hi everyone, how is everyone doing? You know what? Tommy Robinson is correct about Islam. He's right. Islam won't change for anyone, and he would never bend down for anyone. Welcome back to the podcast. So, the other day, I was scrolling through my YouTube feed and I came across a clip about Tommy Robinson. I think it was about an invitation for him to speak to one of the big universities, maybe Oxford or Cambridge. I can't remember which one, but it got me thinking. It really made me reflect on the whole situation, his platform, and the people who follow him. And as I was sitting there reflecting, a really powerful thought came to my mind and that I wanted to share with you all today. You see, as a Muslim, our worldview is anchored in something much bigger than daily politics. We believe that we follow the commandments of God and He is the ultimate King. Because of that, we don't believe in worshipping or idolizing kings and politicians and public figures or famous people. We don't put them on pedestals. At the end of the day, there is a reality that none of us can escape. When you die and you are placed in that grave, whether you are a Muslim, a non Muslim, you are in that grave completely by yourself. When that time comes, who do you answer to? You don't answer to Tommy Robinson. You don't answer to his followers, and you don't answer to any of the powerful world leaders today. We all go back to that creator. We all go back to the ultimate judge, and we stand on our own actions. Now, going back to what I said at the very start, when critics like Tommy Robinson make statements about Islam's character and says, Islam will never change for any society, it will not bend down for any religion or anyone, they are absolutely correct. But where people see that as a negative, think about it logically. If you have rules set in your house, you stick by them. When you buy a brand new iPhone or any new device, what does it come with? It comes with a handbook. If you work for a company, they have strict rules and policies and regulations. They don't rewrite the company handbook every few months just to cater to one person's mood, do they? Of course not. You follow the established regulation because they keep the structure intact and ensure things work properly. Following a book isn't a negative thing at all, it's an ultimate positive. And for Muslims, the Quran is that handbook. It is the ultimate manual for human beings. Islam is a completely multifaceted religion. It isn't just something you practice for an hour on Fridays. It is a total way of life. It details how to conduct your public affairs, your social life, and your social economic dealings. It is so detailed that it gives you a guide on how to handle marriages, how to deal with divorces, and even how to justly care for children after a divorce. It tells you how to navigate the deepest human emotions. It tells you how to deal with grief and how to process heartbreak. If you get stuck in life, you don't always have to rely solely on external things. You read the Quran and look. If you need to go to a therapist, by all means, go to the therapist. But the foundational answer to your soul are already there in the book. What other faith gives you that level of depth? No other religion details exactly what is going to happen to you in the grave. Islam walks you through it from the moment your soul leaves to the stage of the barakah to your journey into the day of judgment. It emphasizes that your life isn't just over when you die. Your soul is simply moving to a completely different stage of existence. No other religion gives you the precise microscopic details about the unseen world like the world of the jinn. In fact, so many reverts come to Islam precisely because of this, because Islam finally provides a clear, logical answer to the unseen world, backed by the numerous linguistic and scientific miracles in the Quran that we see today. Miracles I won't even have time to fully dive into this episode. So, yes, it won't change. Islam was revealed over 1,400 years ago. It was handed to the Arabs at that time, but it was never meant just for them. It was sent as a complete, timeless message for the whole of mankind. Even as time changes and the modern society shifts, the foundational rules stay exactly the same. Why? Because Islam is not a religion built around me, myself, and I. It doesn't bend to fit an individual's personal whims or passing desires. If a religion just changed based on what one person wanted or felt in the moment, society would crumble. Islam is designed for the collective betterment and protection of the entire human race. And because it's about protecting the wider society, Islam draws a beautiful line between personal struggles and public actions. We all have temptations. We all have tendencies or struggles that might not align with the rules. Islam acknowledges that we are human. If you are struggling with something privately and you're fighting against it, that is your personal battle with your creator, and you aren't held sinfully accountable in the same way. But the moment you publicize it and promote it and bring it out into the open, it impacts the collective community. That's why publicizing it holds a completely different weight. Let's use some basic common sense. When you go to that grave, you are going back to God, and absolutely no one can save you except Him. So, why should we bow down, bend, or compromise for every other mortal soul instead of submitting to our Lord? On average, a human being lives to be about 75 or 80 years old. After that, you're going to be in the grave far longer than you ever walk on this earth. Our entire lifespan in this earth is just a single drop in the ocean of eternity. So, why does it make sense that we invest so much time trying to please mortal human beings who would die just like us rather than completely surrender to the Lord who made us? It is Him we go back to. It's Him we should be worshipping. We owe Him complete submission. He is the Majesty, the King of all kings. He is the one who hears and accepts our du'as. He is the most merciful, more merciful than your own parents could ever be. And look, I'm not standing here saying I'm perfect, not at all. This is a reflection and a reminder for myself first. I constantly have to pinch myself, put things into perspective, and realize that this world is just an illusion full of glitz and glam. We get so easily distracted by our phones, our jobs, our kids, and our busy timetables. Time just flies. The most precious thing God has given us is time. It is so valuable that God literally swears by it in the Quran, in the Surah Al Asr. And that is Shaitan's ultimate goal, to distract us, to make us waste time, and cause us to forget our true purpose in life, which is simply to worship God. We live our lives like we are guaranteed the next day or even the next second when we aren't. So, this is just my own reflection and a message for anyone out there, including those who follow figures like Tommy Robinson. I want people to get the idea that Islam isn't going to change or bend down for anybody. It is the final revelation and its rules are timeless. I hope whoever is listening to this takes something away from it, uses some common sense, and understand Islam on a slightly deeper level. Thank you so much for listening.